Good evening. I'll now call to order our meeting today for the Allegheny County Board of Education, Tuesday, May 27th at 5 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, Mr. Llewellyn will read closed session summaries for previous board meetings.
If only I could summarize that way. The Allegheny County Board of Education met in closed session on April 1st, 2025 at 4 o'clock p.m. here at Central Office. The topics discussed were update on personnel matters, appeal, opinion, and order, nursing home ground lease, auditor bid proposals. The Allegheny County Board of Education met in closed session again on April 15th at 10 a.m. here at Central Office, and the topic discussed was superintendent search. The Board of Education met in closed session again on April 25th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. here at Central Office, and the topic discussed was superintendent search. The Board of Education met on April 30th, 2025 here at Central Office, and the topic discussed was personnel search. Superintendent search. And the Allegheny County Board of Education met on May 20th, 2025 here at Central Office at 3 p.m. to discuss flooding issues.
Thank you, Mr. Llewellyn. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So approved.
Motion by Dr. Bond. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lepley. Any questions or concerns on the consent agenda? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you. We'll move right into the superintendent's report, and I will turn it over to Mr. Blank.
Thank you, Mrs. Bender. At this opportunity, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our student board member. Aowen has shared with me that she's going to go to West Virginia University, so she's excited about that. First of all, congratulations on graduation and all the success that you've had through your career as an Allegheny County Public School student, and we have thoroughly enjoyed all the input and all the things that you've taken part on with this board. I have a small token here for you that you'll be able to use when you go to West Virginia. So let me get that to you. So congratulations. Don't be a stranger. We look forward to hearing what you're doing and how things are going.
Hey, and I'd just like to add it's been a pleasure having your smiling face down there and your updates. It's been a great year with you here, and good luck at WVU.
I was just going to say the same thing. You've done a good job. Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to say it was a pleasure to see you again. It's been a long time, and so congratulations.
Anyone else? Okay. Okay. Very good. Sorry. I can't see that side very
We're
well.
not quite done yet, so yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, you're throwing me off now. Okay. Dr. Sarah Welsh is here for recognition of our Changemaker Award winner for the Women's Action Coalition.
Good evening, Mr. Blank, President Bender, and members of the board. It's my pleasure this evening to introduce some members of one of our long-standing community partners, the Women's Action Coalition, who are here this evening to present some awards and scholarship funds for some of our amazing students. So we've got Carmen Jackson and Sherry Snyder, who are here from Women's Action Coalition, and I think Sherry's going first.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. And good evening, Superintendent Blank and members of the Board of Ed, including I'm going to share some commendations for you as well that you've just heard from the board. My name is Sherry Snyder, and I chair the Scholarship Committee for the Women's Action Coalition. And I'm here with Carmen Jackson, and I don't know if Steve's here, another member of our committee, was hoping to be with us as well. So I'm pleased to present our 2025 Changemaker Scholarship $1,000 award tonight to the student member of your own board, which is Eowyn Hansroth. Did I pronounce it right? In reviewing her application, Eowyn embodies the qualities of a change maker that we are looking for. That's leadership, commitment to community service, and a determination to make a positive change. Her reference for the scholarship wrote about Eowyn's desire to create a more inclusive and supportive community and her efforts to raise awareness and funds for marginalized groups. In reading her application and seeing her presentation that they each did one on video, we admired your empathy for others and your proactive efforts to address social issues. That really impressed us. We feel that you, Eowyn, set an example for other students, and you have the unique ability to bring others together in a very healing way for meaningful community service. So congratulations and best wishes. So come on up. There you go, my dear.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
And here's your check.
Okay, pose.
You just take a picture of her now.
Well, you all are used to it. I can't leave the room without it. Okay. Well, I have,
Yeah. Wherever your paper is.
that's mine.
Okay.
Good evening. I have the great pleasure of presenting recognition for, Mr. Jude Thaley. And he is, although we usually just give one scholarship each year, but this year it was compelling to at least give recognition to a second person, and that's Jude. So I get the pleasure of giving him an honorable check for $100. Our committee was so impressed with his ability to lead and motivate his robotics team as their team manager. He demonstrated in his work and support of international robotics teams with challenges and ability to act locally and think globally. We have to keep our eyes on him. He's going to do great things, no question about it. Jude's reference wrote the following: Jude's citizenship and kindness are at the highest level I've seen in a student. I can barely think of any student I have had in my 20 years of teaching with the leadership and empathy for others than Jude has done. That is what we call a change maker. And I want to add that our next generation, in doing these scholarships, it's clear to me they're ready. They're ready to take on our future. And we have a lot of good standing students in our community, in our schools, that are achieving well and can represent our next generation. So I am so proud to introduce Jude. Sherry, you gotta take a picture. You gotta take a picture.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Okay. But we're gonna show off so we can pose. Oh,
All right.
yeah. We know how to do it.
I think I did it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Okay, one more.
Okay, thank you. Jude, thank you very much. And congratulations. One moment. I think I should give you that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies, and congratulations to both of you. We now have a proclamation for School Lunch Hero Day that Mr. Green will present.
Thank you, Ms. Bender. Good evening. Hey, Todd, how are you? Okay, how are you? Good. It's my honor tonight to present this proclamation recognizing May 2nd, 2025 as School Lunch Hero Day here in Allegheny County. Every school day, our food service staff nourish over 8,000 students, but their impact goes far beyond what's on the tray. These dedicated professionals know our students by name. They offer a smile, a kind word, and dependable presence. Their work is rooted in care and consistency, and in many cases, they are the first adults that greet our children each morning. This year's theme, Taste the World, Your School Lunch Passport, reflects the cultural and culinary creativity of our teams. On behalf of the board, thank you for everything you do to feed both the bodies and the spirits of our students. We are grateful.
Just thank you on behalf of the Food Service Department for the recognition for the staff. Staff out in the kitchen, my office staff, warehouse workers work very hard throughout the day to feed the students in Allegany County, and they're kind of behind the scenes and you don't hear a lot from them, but they do a tremendous job, and I appreciate that. So, all right, thank you. Okay.
Okay, this time we'll recognize our ACM Tri-State Math Contest winners. Is Dr. Thompson in here or out in the hallway maybe? Is he coming?
All right, we're here this evening to recognize the high school students who achieved recognition in the Allegany College of Maryland Mathematics competition. This is the only local competition that is open for our 9th through 12th grade students, and these are exclusively juniors. So I'd first like to recognize those individuals who placed within the top 10 that Allegany College annually recognizes. In a 9th place tie, from Mountain Ridge High School is Micah Georgeson. He was unable to be with us this evening. Also in that 9th place tie from Allegany High School is Sutton Smith, who is also unable to be with us. In another person who was tied for 9th is Rishab Patel from Allegany High School, who is with us. Finishing in 8th place from the Career Center is Nathan Falsick. He was unable to join us this evening. Finishing 7th place from Allegany High School, Nicholas Wilt. Finishing in 5th from Allegany High School is Jack Taylor, who's unable to be with us this evening. And then we're down to our top 3 individuals. The top 3 individual students per school form their team score. Allegany High School had the top 3 individual students, so it was a runaway for the team recognition. 3rd overall finisher and member of the winning team for Allegany High School, Anderson Panada. Finishing 2nd, and also a member of the winning Allegany High School team, Jet Lohr. Before I mention the individual who came in first, Allegany College has been offering this event for juniors for approximately 35 years. This individual accomplished something that was never done in those 35 years, and that is he achieved a perfect score. Just to give you an indication of how noteworthy that is, every year while the students are working on their form of the test, they often have extras that they give to the teachers and coaches who are chaperoning for the event. So we'll sit there and we'll work through these problems just for the fun of it. And usually we're good at about 16 or 17 of them, and then we're stumped. This student wasn't stumped. It's a 20-question test, no calculator, 50 minutes. He got them all right. So in first place with the first and to date only perfect score in the competition's history from Allegany High School, Bryce Bridges. And lastly, with the team recognition, I'd like to recognize Allegheny High School, their coach and teacher, Mr. Mike Nestor, and their principal, Mr. Chuck Moran. First place award. Thank you.
Mr. Nestor, how'd you get him prepared? Tell us a little bit about all the time and strategies. I'm not going to let you get out of here. There's a lot of people here. I apologize, but I just can't. I'm going to have to ask some questions once in a while.
Well, I mean, it's a difficult task. We did set up this year some after-school time frames for these guys to come out and work with me and work on some questions. And honestly, by the end of the day, my brain's scrambled. So I kind of turned the board over to some of these guys and kind of helped the guide when I could, and we watched, and they taught each other and taught me a little bit, and I taught them some, and so it was a good time. But just, I don't know, that informal environment worked really well for these guys.
Do they have a pool of questions, a bank of questions?
Yeah, we pulled some old questions together.
Just from the past, that's how you've been getting the students prepared?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that 20 questions out of 20 questions, that's quite a feat.
Did you know you had it?
I didn't think I had them all right, but I mean, I felt pretty good about most of the questions. I finished with like no time left at all. Like I didn't get to check my last question.
That's a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, when after they had taken the test and they're all standing around eating lunch, I had, questioned each individual one about different things. How'd you do? How do you feel? Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I asked Bryce, he's like, oh, I answered them all. And there's a negative effect, too. If you get a question wrong, they deduct points off of you. So you can actually get a negative score in this test. And I was kind of concerned. I was like, ooh, okay, that could go really well or not so well. So, but yeah, when they announced there was a perfect score, I thought, oh, boy. I think this young man did something.
Yeah, I've got to ask two things of Bryce. So first, I mean, is math your favorite subject? Is this something you've always been passionate about?
Yeah, I've always loved doing math. And
Yeah.
From just like my beginning in education, that's kind of the thing I've really excelled at and enjoyed. So
Wow.
I've always kind of had like passion for math.
That's awesome. Now, I know it's a little time off still. You're getting there, though, but do you think you're going to study math in college?
Yeah, like even if it's not specifically, I plan on going into like a science field
Yeah.
that deals heavily with math.
Incredible.
So I'll definitely be doing that in college in my career path.
Well, we wish all the luck to you, not that you need it. I mean, very impressive. Thank you, Bryce.
Give me a show of hands, all of those students that were staying afterwards, putting all the time in. That takes dedication. You've got to like numbers, but give me a show of hands if you're interested in some type of career that involves math that you've already shown. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Well, was the team just based on individuals as they ended, or was there a team portion of the competition?
They went in as individuals. I had to submit a roster of 10 students and I think I had 16 students who went, so I had to figure out who went where. Just kind of put them in, actually in the order they came to me and said they would go at that point. And how does that work? So like they all take it individually and then they score them, and then the top 3 on your team roster give you your team score.
Okay.
So it just so happened that our top 3 were the top 3 of the event. So yeah.
Well, congratulations, and stick with mathematics. It'll take you far if your career is in that field. You all will do very well. So congratulations to administration, staff, and students and parents. Thank you.
I'd just like to say, we sit up here and often see our athletes from the county, which I'm not taking anything away from them. That's fantastic. But unfortunately, for most of those athletes, at the end of their high school career is the end of their passion for what they're doing for the most part. But you guys, I get excited when people like the group of students that just did so well, and all of you. That's awesome, and we need to see more of that, and just that dedication to learning and excelling with what you have learned and mastering those skills. Fantastic. I applaud you all.
On a personal note, congratulations, Bryce. I know this young man from our church, and he is an exceptional young man. So congratulations, and congratulations to the rest of the team and the winners.
Yes, congratulations to all of you. Very impressive. And we now have another proclamation. Mrs. Widmeyer will present for Pupil Personnel Worker Month.
Whereas Maryland is proud to recognize pupil personnel workers for serving all of the children and promoting the opportunities for every child to experience a safe and healthy environment, pupil personnel workers are specialists who are trained to consider and assess the needs of the total child and serve as the school's liaison with the family, community organizations, and social agencies to foster the child's physical, psychological, and intellectual growth. Pupil personnel workers work collaboratively with the resources of the home, school, and community essential to the good mental, emotional, and physical health of each child necessary to advance efforts in teaching, learning, and achievement in schools. It's important that we all honor the unique and essential role that the pupil personnel workers play in the personal and academic development of Maryland's children. I'd like to present this to Dr. Brian McKinley. I'll come to you. I know for a fact, having worked in the system, pupil personnel workers are the greatest asset and the biggest help to the people in the school system. So Brian, thank you.
All the people personnel workers would like to thank everybody on the board for allowing us to do what we do every day, and the public as well. We try our hardest. Thank you.
Is Miss Mary Kleitz in the room? She is back there. Okay, Miss Kleitz is here, and she's going to recognize the student salute winners for 2025. And Andrea. I'm sorry, I couldn't see those heads back there.
We were hiding. Thank you. I'm really here just to say thank you, genuinely. WCBC is very honored to be able to do what we do with the high school student salute, but that's because of the support of the Board of Education, our sponsor in Chessie Credit Union, absolutely Frostburg State University, and more than anything, the Chamber. Andrea Kraft and Julie McCoy and the Education Committee at the Chamber do a mammoth amount of work to pull out those students who have really excelled academically. And that's an honor for us to be part of that. And as I've always said, it takes the whole team. We are honored to be able to recognize the students on air, on the radio, and we're pleased to continue to be such an important part of this community as we begin our 50th year here. And so I want to turn everything over to Andrea. She's going to actually read the names of the students, and I want to wish them and their families the very best in the future. And believe me, I know how important those scholarship dollars are. I have had 3 children of my own who went to college, and every dollar helps. And I just want to really thank the Board of Education for continuing to support that project. Andrea.
Thank you, members of the board, and Mr. Blank for giving us a few minutes to make this presentation. Mary's already told you I'm Andrea Kraft, the communications manager for the Allegany County Chamber of Commerce. I'm here in partnership with WCBC, with sponsorship from Chessie Federal Credit Union, host the Student Salute Program, which highlights the accomplishments of dozens of Allegany County high school seniors. Students who plan to attend Frostburg State University are also eligible for a scholarship. The Chamber's Education and Workforce Development Committee selects the top 3 students based on GPA, participation in honors, AP, college, and special programs, awards and achievements, leadership positions, extracurricular activities, employment, and volunteer contributions. This year, we'll present the scholarships to the following students. All the students actually this year are from Fort Hill High School. So the first is Gunnar Wilson from Fort Hill High School with a $500 scholarship. We'll get a picture after. Another $500 scholarship to Charlotte Crawford. And the $5,000 scholarship this year goes to Cameron Rice. Congratulations to each of you on behalf of the Chamber, WCBC, Chessie, and Frostburg State University. We wish you the best.
Just want to take a minute to thank the Changemaker, the awards recognizing our students, and WCBC and the Chamber for all the recognition for our students. There are so many positive things that happen with our students, and the more organizations that will highlight our students' success, hats off, let alone money to help students be able to further their career and whatever that may be. So we thank you very much for the recognition for our students and staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations and good luck to the three of you. If you're already recognized and you want to step out, you can do so quickly.
There's probably a picture out here. Make sure you see Christian.
Okay, we have Dr. Laura Holland with us to present a Richard A. Johnson Environmental Education Award.
It is very exciting to see all of our academic achievements here tonight. It's so refreshing and so proud of all of these kids. Good evening, Mr. Blank and members of the Board of Education. And Mr. Klein, if you want to come and stand by me. Thank you again for having us here. And I know several of you have been to Mount Savage and you've visited our ag program, so I do appreciate your time and your support for that. Without you, we would not have it. Tonight, thank you for having me for the invitation for tonight's meeting. We are here to acknowledge and celebrate Mr. Matt Klein as the recipient of the Richard A. Johnson Environmental Education Award that is given by the University of Maryland Center for Environmental Science Appalachian Laboratory. The Environmental Education Award honors the memory of Richard A. Johnson, a well-known orthopedic surgeon in Allegany County, who is known for leaving a legacy of a caring and dedicated physician, family man, and naturalist. The laboratory honors his memory through its promotion of environmental education and the people who excel in its practice. This year, Mr. Matt Klein was selected as the 2025 Richard A. Johnson Environmental Award winner. He was nominated for this award because of his endless devotion to the students and the agriculture program at Mount Savage School. In addition to his superior classroom instruction, Mr. Klein's dedication to the agriculture program at Mount Savage surpasses all expectations. He first began the program by guiding students to design and plant several garden beds. He and his students provided fresh produce for Mount Savage families, which was a true eye-opener for me to see the needs of our surrounding families. Because of the positive effect of the gardens he had for the community, he and his students, along with Dr. Eric Van Slyke and his son Dane, built a 26 by 52-foot high tunnel. The high tunnel has allowed him to expand his growing season tremendously. He and his students have also created apiaries to produce honey for the community. In addition to the gardens, Mr. Klein and his students created a chicken hatching program for our elementary students. We hatched approximately 300 chicks just this year. We've even hatched an emu named Kevin. And if anybody has seen the emu on 220, that is not our emu. I just want to be very clear about that because I got several phone calls about, is that Kevin? No, that was not Kevin. We have hatched quail. Mr. Klein's latest endeavor is to begin an aquaponics lab that can be used for both middle and elementary students. These kinds of programs do not exist because of administrators. They exist because of teachers. Because of Mr. Klein's energy and desire to share his talents with others, Mount Savage students have gained life experiences that will allow them to pass their talents on to generations. Mr. Klein, thank you for your dedication to our students, staff, and the families at Mount Savage School. Okay. When I had to interview for this award, and it was really nerve-wracking because I was an English teacher and I was afraid they were going to ask me all kinds of science questions. So I decided to make a science fair project, so to speak. So do you want to open that in? I would just like to share, because of Mr. Klein, these are some of the experiences that our students have gotten to have. First of all, this is how we started with our gardens that are in the back of the school, in the back of the building. And this is Mr. Klein and his students built, this is a shed, so to speak, where we house all of our vegetables that the community can come. They may donate if they choose to do so. We also have eggs there from our chickens. And I did not see you back there, Mr. McKenzie. You have been grateful, like we are grateful to you for all of the support you've given to us because we do call you quite often. And so we took Mr. Klein, we took students to WVU to go see their farm, which was quite an experience. This allowed many students to go. We rode the PRT, we had lunch at WVU. They got to see an actual farm. They got to see how they give cows different kinds of grains to see how they'll grow differently. So that another experience because of Mr. Klein. This is one of my favorite students at Mount Savage School. And this little girl, without this experience, probably she got to hatch chickens and baby chicks in her classroom. And she just loved them. Well, she was getting ready to go home, and the teacher said, Laura, we're missing one. I said, we're missing one. And she was getting ready to get on the bus. So I went over to her and I said, did you know your classroom's missing a little baby Pete? And she said, no. And in the back of her backpack, I heard, so I said, we're going to have to turn her up down and take her before she goes home every day. But this over here is a picture of our students. And Mr. Klein, I was just going to kind of turn it over to you because you are the expert. So if you want to explain anything, and I truly appreciate you. You really have no idea because you are the one that makes this happen.
Thank you.
Mr. Klein.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the student that comes to class and really is just there until all of a sudden you turn them loose and the change in the students, how they react after they can do hands-on and see all the different things that you're able to do with them.
First, I would like to say that we don't let kids take chickens home. Their parents come and pick them up. But the kids that I get are usually a little apprehensive at the beginning. Most of them like to get dirty. But by the time they leave, they're putting gardens in at their house. Things like that. I don't know if I have any beekeepers yet, but we're getting there, I think. Yeah, I would like to thank Dr. Holland, of course, and Eric Van Slyke, my supervisor. None of this, she said the administrators don't make it happen, but they do. The community's been great. They support the program as well through donations. The vegetable stand that we have, Dr. Holland mentioned the high tunnel. We're harvesting things now that's 2 months in advance. So, yeah.
if I could jump in, I got to say thank you so much for your graciousness with your time too. I got to visit, like a few other board members have earlier.
I like to give tours
this year, yeah. And that's the thing that came through is the passion that you have for this program, how you connect with students. I mean, Dr. Holland said it all so eloquently, but this is incredible. This is what we hope our community schools can be, hubs for our communities where kids are learning real skills and they're connecting and they're finding that reason to come to school every single day. So thank you so much for all the work that you do. Truly cannot thank you enough.
Yeah, great job. I came out, but it was rainy, so maybe
Yes.
I can come back when the sun is shining, and we'll see a little more. But feel free to bring honey or eggs anytime you come back to a board meeting. We did get honey last year, I think.
I know.
Yeah.
We're at a bad time. Honey's not coming till middle of summer.
You've got a great program. Good job.
Thank you.
I would just like to say, Mr. Klein, Dick Johnson was a friend of mine, and you have made him very proud, I'm sure. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
work.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This is yours.
Dr. Wendy Main is here with us. She's going to recognize our cheer students next.
Good evening. Superintendent Blank, President Bender, elected board, thanks for having me back. I am thrilled to be here to celebrate our third cohort of cheer students with ACM. I'm with
Mihaud, I'm the Dean of Arts and Sciences at the college. I know several of you, and I wanted to thank you very much for the opportunity to speak a little bit about this very innovative program. I'd like to start by saying that our leadership spoke with downstate folks, and they were very, very impressed about our program right here. It's a model to follow nationwide. So we really have a great gem, in no small part due to Dr. Main's efforts. But I'll let you continue.
It takes everybody, and we've not practiced, but we've worked together so closely for the last 3 years we can complete each other's sentences. So just briefly, it is the third cohort, and we are celebrating that our 5 students have collectively earned over 60 credits at ACM throughout the year. So that's really a celebration for our students. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the history because I know that I've been here before and you've seen this, but what started as a 4-day immersive camp in collaboration with ACM really ended up in this very innovative program for students with disabilities earning a diploma. The goal of the cheer program really is to offer an innovative immersive college experience for our high school seniors. It is it's been life-changing to some of our students. Dr. Wood, do you want to say anything about the history?
If you can make something that great happen in about 2 meetings and over 1 week, 2 weeks before classes started, this is the program. We did the impossible. We brought everybody to the table, folks with connections at the college, and from what was a dream, it became a reality due in part of everybody's collaborative efforts. And I wanted to mention the fact that this is a very fine example of collaboration between our 2 institutions. We have our cell phone numbers. We talk about things. We basically solve problems at 10 o'clock at night because it just happened, right? So
we went from a thought to signing an MOU in about two weeks, which is really unheard of. So I, unlike Dr. Thompson, don't do math problems for fun, ever. But I do think that these numbers really create a story for our students. So our first cohort was the class of 2023. We did have 7 students. Those 7 students, 4 of them have finished a certificate program or maybe an AA at ACM, I'm not sure. But 4 of them have completed a higher education track. 2 went to the workforce and 1 student left the state. We've kind of lost track of him. The next cohort was in 2024. We had 7 students. 5 returned to ACM. They're still on campus. We see them every now. We can't keep them in the classroom when they're seniors. We can't keep them out of the classroom when they're freshmen in college. So, it's nice to continue support. And 2 students went to the workforce, and this year, our class, which graduated on May 17th, and they're tasting their first bits of adulthood. So they are not here tonight, but all 5 of them have enrolled and have financial packages, have met their advisor, and are returning to ACM in August. So that is a win for ACM, it's a win for ACPS, and it's a win for our community.
They were all registered just before the last week of classes as well. So we like to celebrate their successes while we still can catch them before they leave. And you know, from past years, we had them here and then we presented them the certificates, but we did have a luncheon in their honor at the college, and then we also presented them with quartz in ACM Scholars. So basically, besides doing all the photo ops that they enjoyed as a group on our campus, they also were able to do that at their own graduation at their respective high schools. Again, I cannot say enough about the collaboration between our institutions. And it's not only that we do have these physical resources and human resources that we put together for the students, but what you see in the students at the end of 1 year on campus, as you mentioned, it's life-changing. The growth, the fact that some of the students who never were having the confidence to speak in front of others are right now speaking not only to their professor. I spoke with one of our math teachers in the middle of the semester. She said, she came and spoke to me. She asked me a question. And then by the end, during the luncheon, she was, speaking with me, and I dropped by their classroom several times a semester, but I'm still a stranger, but she's confident. The growth we've seen is tremendous, and we cannot thank you enough for all the support that you give us.
It's been really life-changing for me to watch the students kind of just grow. So just very quickly, you give me a button and I can't make it work. Here, nope. Let's just talk about very quickly the third graduating cheer cohort from Allegany High School. We have Miss Andrea Atkinson, who is going to further her career in the culinary program at ACM.
Correct.
Miss Mackenzie Hott, who is enrolled in criminal justice classes, and her plan is to transfer to WVU for a 4-year degree. Miss Rhiannon Trexler is interested in psychology. She plans on finishing a 2-year degree at ACM and then moving on to a 4-year institution. From Fort Hill High School, we have Mr. Ian Babbitts, who is returning to ACM to explore multimedia. And finally, from Mountain Ridge High School, we've got Mr. Camden Wimpy, who is returning to ACM in graphic design. And he has he is an amazing artist. Like, it is amazing, and I think that one of his pieces is going to be on the cover of the ACM magazine, maybe, or on a social media something, I don't know, but they've taken that and they're going to publish that.
We're working on that. Actually, Camden did my portrait during the luncheon, and I'm heads down.
It's pretty amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I would just really quickly like to thank the ACM team for being so open. I have not asked for anything that they have not worked to provide. Like, it has been an amazing collaboration. Mr. Blank and his team have always been supportive. Mrs. Matheny and my special ed leadership team and cohort have been very supportive. Mrs. Cannon, Mr. Miranda, Mr. Carter, and the school counselors play a pivotal role. The cheer staff, Mr. Alan Twiggs, our teacher, Miss Morgan Board is our instructional assistant, and Miss Abby Rader is our facilitator. And we absolutely couldn't do it without transportation and food services. So we thank all of those folks. Our parents are integral. They have supported our kids from the very beginning and often pushed them. And most importantly, to the cheer students who show up day after day, and sometimes it's a struggle. It's their first taste of freedom, and sometimes they want to explore that, but they keep showing up. So we are thrilled for them. And I think that's all. So
I just want to take a minute to thank you for your partnership. and your leadership and thinking outside the box to do things for our students that others are, as you're saying, studying what we're doing and trying to emulate, hopefully, to help their students too. But outstanding. So all I can say is thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, at this time, Ms. Lori Lepley has a proclamation to present for National Teacher Appreciation Week.
On behalf of the Allegheny County Board of Education, I'd like to present to Mrs. Kim Sloan a proclamation. And May 5th through 9th has been designated National Teacher Appreciation Week. And teachers are the heart of education. And after the last 2 weeks, we certainly can see that. And it's very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Okay, moving into unfinished business. I'll turn it over to Mr. Llewellyn.
Yeah, before you for second reading, policy JC. Again, this is an update on the school attendance areas policy, and we're simply removing language because we now have a policy JFA to deal with non-resident students. If you pass it tonight, it becomes policy.
Okay, is there a motion regarding policy file JC?
Motion to approve second reading of school attendance areas policy file JC.
Motion by Dr. Bond,
Second?
second by Mr. Green. Any questions regarding the policy? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Next, you have before you policy JFA for second reading. This is the new policy for resident and non-resident student eligibility. And again, we're for second reading.
Motion to approve policy JFA resident and non-resident student eligibility.
Motion by Mr. Green. Second by Ms. Lepley. Any questions regarding this policy? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you. We will move into public comment. Just as a reminder, during public comment, topics that are excluded are individual personal issues, comments identifying individual students or staff members, matters that are on appeal or may be appealed, topics for which the board schedules formal public hearings or advertising or solicitation of products. I do not have my list. I do believe Ms. Carmen Jackson was signed up, correct? Okay.
I would like to know if I can have a copy of the policy that you just approved for consideration of second reading for resident and non-resident student eligibility.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it however I can get it. Thank you. And I like to see progress. This is progress.
And just so you know, they're going to be considering the regulation as part of new business, which has all the meat to it. So,
Oh,
stick around. I can get that to you after the meeting.
okay. Thank you.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Is there anyone else that was signed up to speak? I don't have the sheet in front of me. I don't want to miss anyone. Okay. Would you mind, Ms. Jackson, hitting the button on that microphone to turn it back off? Thank you. Okay, we'll move right into new business, and I need a motion on the floor regarding voting to renew our legal services.
Motion to renew our legal services.
Second.
Second. Any comments, questions? Well, this is to renew Mr. Llewellyn and his staff, Gephardt, McMullen, Pay, and Getty. And I would like to say they have done a great job. This is my 5th year on the board and have no intention of not renewing with Mr. Llewellyn. We appreciate all of his hard work and his efforts. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Congratulations, or not, I'm not sure, but you're stuck for a little longer. And I will turn it back over to Mr. Llewellyn for some more policies.
So next is policy IIE. There's just a minor change to this policy requested by the chief academic officer. You can see those changes here, literally minor changes to the policy. So, but it is policy, so it requires 2 readings, and this is your first reading.
Okay, need a motion regarding policy IIE.
Motion to approve first reading of student schedules and course loads policy file IIE.
Motion by Mr. Green. Second by Ms. Lepley. Any questions? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Next, you have policy IKA. This is the evaluation of students policy. You can see we're changing the definition of extra credit work, striking the old and adding the new.
Okay, we need a motion regarding policy IKA.
Motion to approve first reading of evaluation of students grading policy file IKA.
Motion by Dr. Bond. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Widmeyer. Any questions? All those in favor? Unanimous. Thank you.
Next, you have a brand new policy, JHCG. This is telehealth for students policy. The state legislature passed a law requiring us to have a policy for students to be able to attend telehealth appointments. So we're have the policy before you. This was a fresh one. If you have any questions, we're happy to answer it.
Motion regarding the telehealth policy JHCG.
Motion to approve the telehealth for students policy, JHCG.
Motion by Ms. Lepley.
Second.
Second by Dr. Bond. Are there any questions?
I just wanted to just kind of clarify, because there were some questions from constituents earlier. And this is for appointments that were made by the parents. And so it would be telehealth from school with appointments made by parents.
And I think also too, and Mr. Llewellyn, you can confirm, I think, do we require at least to advise parents to be in attendance at these meetings within the policy? Or?
Yeah, we're going to get into the
that's
the
right,
regulation.
I'm
at the
sorry, I'm
next
getting
meeting.
ahead. I
yeah,
apologize.
we're getting a
Yes.
little bit ahead, but
yeah,
the legislature had certain requirements for the policy, and obviously there's going to be a lot of consideration for how this is implemented by the schools. The policy committee did a great job working through that. It was like eating an elephant. We had to do it one bite at a time, and got there. But yeah, there's going to be we'll have a lot to talk about at your June meeting when we get to the final regulation on it.
Thank you. Sorry for getting ahead.
Okay, any other questions? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Next, we have the regulation that I referenced earlier. We're making a new policy, JFA, and a regulation to go along with that. We have language in the regulation for school attendance areas, which deals with where students that live in the county go to school. That had language in it about out-of-state students coming into our schools. Because we're adopting a new policy for non-resident students, this language needs to come out of your regulation. So this is a regulation. It's just a review. You don't vote on it. You just review it unless you're unhappy with it. If you're unhappy with it and you want to send it back to policy committee for further review, then that would require a vote to direct it back to policy. Otherwise, I'm happy to answer any questions about the change here. And you can see it's the last page striking out all the language.
Are there any questions regarding the regulations? Okay, thank you. I don't know, do we take public comment during this?
We don't typically know.
We don't do public comment within the meeting other than hearing the constituents, but we can answer as soon as we're finished.
So next you have the regulation that I referenced to Ms. Jackson, so I think Dr. Bond might have just supplied to you. Good. Sorry, I'm keeping up. So this is the brand new regulation to go along with policy JFA. This describes how we would consider and how we deal with non-resident students either coming into the schools and how we deal with that. So it's a long regulation. This was another one that took a lot of time and consideration by policy committee. A number of meetings dedicated to working through this one. It is a regulation, so again, no vote unless you want to send it back to policy committee.
Any questions regarding JFA? Okay, moving on to the next one.
Finally, and this is related to JFA, JJIC has an exhibit to its regulation. And you can see that we've added language that's highlighted in yellow to the exhibit. This is the parent form, the authorization for participation in interscholastic athletics, and it's just emphasizing that and asking the parent to declare and affirm that their child is actually a resident of Allegheny County that's going to be participating in athletics. It's just to add some emphasis because when a non-resident student's here, we're not aware, they've become a non-resident student, and they're participating in athletics, it has an impact on the team. The team can end up having to forfeit games and whatnot. So this is just to highlight that, and so this is like a regulation. You just review it because it's an exhibit to that regulation. So unless you want it to go back to policy committee, then you don't need to do anything.
Okay, any questions, comments, concerns? That was a lot of policy. Good job. This time, we'll see if our student member of the board has an update for us. Aowen?
I do not know. I do not have much for you guys. Of course, the end of the year is rolling around. I will say we have finished ACPS elections. That happened, and she might hate me for this, but I do want to announce the new SMOB next year that will be taking over. Angel Israel. She is a student from Alco, and I believe CCTE. She is absolutely amazing. I love talking to her. I love working with her. She's just an absolutely excellent person. I'm sure you're going to love her, and she's going to do an amazing work. That's all I have.
Thank you. Congratulations on graduating, and good luck next year, and we'll miss seeing you. Okay, this time we'll have board member updates. I believe Dr. Vaughn has something.
Thank you, Crystal. So I prepared a little letter here, hopefully from all of the board members. I believe I speak for them all. So before we conclude tonight, I just want to take a moment, and it's a page and a half, so bear with me. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, to extend our deepest, most heartfelt gratitude to a truly remarkable group of people. The events of this past May, the sudden and severe flash flooding that swept through Westernport and Allegany, tested our communities and in particular our school system in ways we could scarcely imagine. Yet in the face of rapidly rising waters and imminent danger, what shone through was the incredible courage, professionalism, and unwavering dedication of so many. To our principals at Westernport Elementary, Westmar Middle, and Georges Creek Elementary, who led their schools with calm and decisive action, ensuring the immediate safety of our precious students and staff, we thank you. Your leadership on the ground was nothing short of heroic. To our superintendent and our central staff, who coordinated a massive, complex emergency response with skill and tenacity, working tirelessly behind the scenes. Your efforts were critical, and we are immensely grateful. To the brave men and women of our local police departments, fire departments, and all emergency personnel, your swift action, your bravery in conducting rescues, often wading into treacherous waters, saved lives. You truly are the definition of heroes in our community. The images of students being carefully carried away and boated to safety will stay with us always. Also to our incredible school teachers, in the midst of chaos, you were the calm in the storm for our children. You comforted them, kept them safe, and managed an unimaginably stressful situation with grace and with fortitude. Your commitment to our students went far beyond the classroom. And we cannot forget the often unsung heroes, our kitchen workers who ensured students had food even as conditions deteriorated, our janitors and maintenance workers who face the immediate and overwhelming aftermath and are now dealing with the monumental task of cleanup and repair. Your hard work and dedication are profoundly appreciated. And to all other school staff, our bus drivers, and our community volunteers who played a big part, or whether it was a small part, in protecting our students and supporting our schools during the crisis, we thank you as well. The true measure of your collective effort is perhaps best captured by one of our own students who, after being evacuated, remarkably commented that this rescue was better than a week at outdoor school. While we'd certainly prefer our outdoor school experiences, this comment speaks volumes about the sense of safety, care, and even adventure that you managed to instill in our young people during a frightening ordeal. It's a testament to your incredible spirit. Finally, we must extend a special thank you to the broader community and specifically to Frostburg State University and the Frostburg community. While some of our students were temporarily sheltered at Mountain Ridge High School, we understand the community of Frostburg opened its arms. We also want to acknowledge reports of Frostburg State University offering its campus facility and food services to help our displaced students from Westernport and Westmar schools to be able to complete their school year. This extraordinary generosity of offering a space for learning and a sense of normalcy to resume is a beacon of hope and a true demonstration of partnership, and we are incredibly fortunate to have such a supportive institutional neighbor. The road to recovery for our schools and community in Westernport and Lonacone will be long, but as we move forward, let us carry with us the inspiration of these past weeks, the knowledge that when faced with adversity, the people of Allegany County and all those who support our students came together with strength, compassion, and an unbreakable spirit. And we, the board, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Dr. Bond. Are there any other board member updates?
I'll just say I was unable to make this last month's meeting of the Local Advisory Council for Career and Technical Education. I'll look forward to sharing a future update.
Ms. Lepley?
Yes. So I had the pleasure of attending Washington Middle School's Wild Wild West Carnival, and it was hosted by Washington Student Council. And there are many parents present and staff volunteers. There was staff from other schools that were volunteering as well. And I couldn't believe how well attended it was. And I think last year they had 500 people through there. I don't know what the count is this year. And it was impressive all around. And my younger kids had a great time. And Mrs. Harper of Washington, she heads the student council. So I just want to give out a shout out to her. She did an incredible job, and all of the student council members and all of the parent and staff volunteers. And part of the money that they raised, they did donate to local flood victims.
Any other board member updates? Yes, Ms. Widmeyer? No?
I am part of the Education Committee through the Chamber of Commerce. We met on May the 8th. We shared the information. The Education Committee is made up of all of the educational entities in our local area: Frostburg State, Allegany College, Potomac State, Bishop Walsh, Allegany County Public Schools. They were happy to announce at the Allegany College that their numbers are up this year for registration, which is a good thing. Bishop Walsh updated that they are overall with their numbers up. The big discussion was the Fall Workforce Forum, which will be held in September, October, and the forum addresses professional business careers, and they will bring more information to us as it's planned. It's always been a great thing for the kids to attend. They also talked about the National Civics Bee that took place in Hagerstown, and that's something that they really want to see go forward and keep growing in numbers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Widmeyer. Max and I serve on Policy Committee, and you saw the binder full, and they're going to keep churning out for the next few months. So we've been busy bees, right? And we will be back in 2 short weeks, meeting again on June 10th. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All right, thank you all. Have a good evening.